You are always available. You respond instantly. You show up whenever anyone calls. And you are wondering why no one respects you. The phone buzzes and you grab it. The message arrives and you reply within seconds. Someone needs something and you drop everything. That is not kindness. That is devaluation in motion. Every time you make yourself that easy to reach, you signal that your time has no worth, that your focus is cheap, that your energy costs nothing to obtain. And the world treats cheap things exactly as they deserve to be treated. The most painful truth: people do not respect what costs them nothing. They value what they had to work for, what they had to wait for, what they had to prove themselves worthy of receiving. You have been giving away your presence like it is worthless, and you are confused why no one treats you like you matter. Stop being accessible. Become expensive. And be rare. Here is what this video will show you. Not motivation. Not fluff. A complete framework for reclaiming your value through Stoic principles that have survived 2,000 years. You will understand exactly why your availability has been your biggest weakness. And you will learn how to reverse it before it is too late. Comment the phrase, "I am rare," in the comments if you have ever felt taken for granted by the people closest to you. If you are ready to stop being everyone's convenience and start being your own priority, subscribe to Anonymous Achiever. Because this channel exists for men who refuse to be ordinary. For men who understand that strength is not loud. It is controlled. What I am about to say may make people around you uncomfortable. Your friends will notice. Your partner will feel it. Your coworkers will sense a shift. That is the point. That is where transformation begins. Your phone is not a tool. It is a leash. You check it first thing in the morning. You check it last thing at night. You check it in between meetings, during meals, while supposedly spending time with people who matter to you. And every single time you are telling the world one thing clearly: I am available. I am waiting. I am yours to interrupt. But here is what nobody tells you about that constant availability. It does not make you reliable. It makes you replaceable. When you are always there, people do not appreciate your presence. They expect it. They plan around it. They build their lives assuming you will always be the one who responds, who shows up, who handles things. And then they forget you exist when you are not useful. Think about the people you respect most. The ones whose opinion actually matters to you. Are they the people who answer every text immediately? Or are they the ones whose attention feels earned, whose time feels valuable, whose presence actually means something? Do you find yourself doing this? Dropping your plans because someone else asked? Interrupting your work because a notification appeared? Sacrificing your focus because you are afraid of missing out? The problem is not your phone. The problem is your identity. You have built your self-worth around being needed. And being needed is not the same as being valued. Something is about to shift. And it will cost you some people. But it will teach you who actually belongs in your life. There is a specific moment when respect dies. It happens quietly, unnoticed, and once it is gone, you cannot get it back. That moment is the first time you compromised your boundaries and no one noticed. The first time you said yes when you meant no. The first time you showed up when you should have stayed away. The first time you answered when you should have been silent. Because here is where it gets uncomfortable. When you are always accessible, you are not being generous. You are being fearful. Fearful of disappointing people. Fearful of being left out. Fearful of being seen as difficult or unhelpful or selfish. But here is what your fear actually produces. The exact thing you are trying to avoid. People do not respect the person who never says no. They use them. They drain them. They keep them around as a resource until something better comes along. And then they leave without a second thought. Think about your relationships right now. The ones that drain you. The ones where you give and receive nothing back. The ones where you are always the one reaching out, always the one compromising, always the one adjusting to make things work. Have you noticed this in your own life? That the people who demand your time the most give you the least in return? That the ones who expect you to always be there never show up when you need them? You are not being loved. You are being used. And the worst part is that you have trained them to use you. But there is another way. It starts with understanding one simple truth. Your time is your life. Every hour you give away is an hour you never get back. And you have been giving it away to people who do not deserve it. The Stoics understood something that modern society has forgotten. The alternative is not isolation. It is not rudeness. It is not becoming cold or distant or unkind. The alternative is simply treating your life as valuable enough to protect. Most people confuse availability with virtue. They think being there for everyone all the time makes them good. But the Stoics taught something different. They understood that your attention is the most valuable thing you own. And giving it away freely is not generosity. It is negligence. This is the scarcity reframe. Scarcity is not about hiding. It is about selecting. About choosing who gets access to your energy and who does not. About understanding that every yes to something is a no to everything else. What strength actually looks like is not saying yes to everything. It is saying no to almost everything, so that when you say yes, it actually means something. Your presence should be an event, not a default setting. If you are always available, you are never really present. If you are always responding, you are never truly listening. If you are always saying yes, you are never really choosing. The rare man is not the one who does everything. The rare man is the one who does a few things exceptionally well. The one whose time is protected, whose focus is defended, whose presence is earned. Like and comment if you are ready to stop being everyone's option and start being your own priority. Because the next chapter will show you exactly how the greatest Stoic philosophers lived this principle in their own lives. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man on earth. Emperor of Rome, commander of armies, ruler of millions. And yet he wrote constantly about the importance of guarding his time. His famous phrase, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But the Stoic emperor taught something deeper about availability. He understood that being constantly accessible was not leadership. It was weakness masquerading as duty. Think about this. Marcus could have spent every moment surrounded by petitioners, advisors, soldiers, and citizens demanding his attention. He had more demands on his time than anyone alive. And yet he retreated into his own mind. He wrote to himself. He reflected. He protected his inner citadel. Why? Because he knew that the emperor who lets everyone into his presence eventually has no presence left to give. The ruler who is always available becomes a servant to every demand. The leader who cannot say no cannot lead. Here is where it gets uncomfortable for you. You are not an emperor. You do not have millions demanding your time. You have a few people, a phone, a never-ending stream of notifications. And you are still failing to protect your attention like your life depends on it. Do you find yourself saying yes to things you do not want to do? Agreeing to commitments you resent? Showing up to events you would rather avoid? Marcus knew that every yes is a choice, and every choice has a cost. He chose wisely. You must do the same. The second Stoic figure offers an even more direct challenge to your current way of living. Seneca was not just a philosopher. He was an advisor to Nero, a man who lived at the center of Roman power, surrounded by corruption, temptation, and endless demands on his attention. And he wrote the most devastating critique of accessibility in human history. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and it has been given in sufficiently generous measure to allow the accomplishment of the very greatest things if the whole of it is well invested. But when it is squandered in luxury and carelessness, when it is devoted to no good end, we are forced by the ultimate necessity to realize that it has passed away before we knew it was passing. Your life is being eaten by your availability. Every notification you answer, every meeting you attend, every conversation you have that you did not choose, every moment you give to people who do not value it. Seneca taught the dichotomy of control. What is in your power and what is not. And your time is absolutely in your power. But you are surrendering it willingly. You are handing control of your life to anyone with a phone and a question. Most people never learn this until it is too late. They spend decades being available to everyone. And then they wake up one day with nothing left for themselves. No energy, no focus, no time to pursue what actually matters. Have you noticed how exhausted you feel at the end of every day? How you have given so much and built so little? How you are always tired but never accomplished? Seneca understood that the man who controls his time controls his life. The man who does not is simply waiting to die. One moment at a time. One notification at a time. But there is a specific skill required to reclaim your time. Restraint is the highest form of power. Not loudness. Not aggression. Not constant presence. The ability to hold back. To stay silent. To remain still when everything screams for action. Here is the paradox. The man who is always available is the man who never accomplishes anything meaningful. He is too busy reacting, too busy responding, too busy proving his worth through constant activity. But the man who masters self-control, who can sit in silence while others demand his attention, who can let a message go unanswered while he completes his work, that man is dangerous. In the best possible way. Reactive behavior is weak. Anyone can jump when someone calls. Anyone can answer when a notification arrives. Anyone can drop everything when a demand appears. That takes no discipline. That takes no strength. That takes no self-control. But disciplined behavior, that is different. The man who finishes what he started before checking his phone. The man who protects his morning routine against all interruptions. The man who says no to distraction so he can say yes to his own life. That man is rare. That man is powerful. Do you understand what you are training yourself to become? Every time you interrupt your focus to answer a notification, you are training your brain that you do not matter. That your work does not matter. That your goals do not matter. You are building a habit of self-betrayal. But here is what happens when you change that. When you start protecting your time, when you start delaying responses, when you start making people wait, something unexpected begins to happen. People start treating you differently. They start respecting you more. The next chapter reveals why that happens. Action reveals truth. Words reveal nothing. You can say your time is valuable. You can say your boundaries are firm. You can say you will not be taken for granted. But until your actions prove it, your words are just noise. Here is where it gets real. The people in your life will test your boundaries immediately when you start changing. They will push harder. They will ask more. They will try to see if you are serious or just talking. And how you respond in that moment determines everything. Because respect is not given. It is earned through consequence. The person who says no and sticks to it. The person who sets a boundary and enforces it. The person who walks away when their limits are disrespected. That person earns respect. The person who complains but still complies earns nothing but more complaints. Think about the people who truly respect you. Are they the ones you always say yes to? Or are they the ones who know that when you say yes, it actually means something? The ones who know that your time is scarce and therefore valuable? Do you find yourself resenting the people you always accommodate? Feeling drained by the ones you never say no to? Wondering why the relationship feels so one-sided? Your boundaries are not walls. They are doors, and you get to decide who has the key. Stop leaving every door open and wondering why people walk through without knocking. If you are ready to start enforcing your boundaries, drop a comment with "I choose ME" and let this community know you are serious. Because once you start taking yourself seriously, everything changes. The way people treat you changes. The way you feel about yourself changes. And most importantly, the way you spend your time changes. Here's exactly how to begin. Transformation does not happen by accident. It happens through deliberate action. Here are 4 steps to stop being accessible and start being rare. First, define your non-negotiables. What matters most to you? Your health? Your work? Your family? Choose 2 or 3 things that are sacred. Nothing touches them. No phone, no interruptions. No exceptions. Second, implement a response delay. When a message arrives, wait. 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, eventually a day. You are training people that your response is not automatic, that your attention must be earned. Third, learn the art of the soft no. You do not need to be harsh or rude, but you need to be clear. I cannot do that right now. That does not work for me. I have other priorities. No explanations. No justifications. Just the truth. Fourth, measure your time. Keep a log for 3 days. Write down everything you do. Every minute. Every interruption. Every moment given to someone else. Then ask yourself, was this worth my life? Because that is what you are trading. The first few days will be uncomfortable. You will feel guilty. People will push back. They will test you. They will try to make you feel bad. Do not give in. The discomfort of change is temporary. The pain of staying the same is permanent. Now comes the challenge that will change everything. 7 days. That is all I am asking. 7 days of protecting your time like your life depends on it. For the next 7 days, you will not check your phone first thing in the morning. You will not respond to messages within minutes. You will not say yes to anything you do not genuinely want to do. You will not interrupt your focus for any notification that is not life-threatening. You will start each day with 30 minutes of silence. No phone, no input, no distractions. Just you and your thoughts. You will set clear boundaries with the people who demand your time. You will prioritize your non-negotiables over everything else. You will ask yourself before every commitment, does this serve my purpose? Do you believe you can do this? Do you believe you can go 7 days without being everyone's convenience? What changes if you actually do it? You will discover who respects you and who uses you. You will uncover energy you did not know existed. You will find focus you thought you had lost. And you will prove to yourself that you are in control of your own life. Most people will not take this challenge. They are too comfortable in their availability, too afraid of disappointing others, too attached to being needed. But you are here. You are reading these words. And I believe you are different. Here's the core truth that changes everything. Your value is not determined by how much you give. It is determined by how carefully you choose where to give it. Availability is not generosity. It is dilution. Being rare is not selfishness. It is self-respect. Every time you protect your focus, you gain your future. Every time you say no to distraction, you gain your direction. Every time you make people wait, you gain their respect. Every time you choose yourself, you gain your life. Comment "rare" in the comments if you are taking this 7-day challenge. Make it public. Make it real. Let this community know that you are serious about becoming the man who is not available to everyone, but valuable to those who matter. Subscribe to Anonymous Achiever. Turn on the notification bell, because this channel exists for men who refuse to be ordinary. For men who understand that strength is measured in what they refuse, not what they accept. For men who are ready to become expensive, become rare, and become the version of themselves that deserves the life they want. If this message hit you, send it to someone who needs to hear it. Someone who is giving themselves away too freely. Someone who needs permission to become rare. Because remember this, the world does not reward availability. It rewards scarcity. And you were never meant to be common.